evening, everybody, and welcome to our opportunity meeting with It Works. So thank you for everybody that's joining us. I know there's a few people still signing in. I can see people arriving. So I'll start doing the introductions and then we'll be able to catch up with everybody shortly. So just to let you know, I'm Louise and I'll do the intros in a second, but just so that you know how to use the webinar here, if you've got any questions as we go along, please feel free to pop them down on one of the messages there. Just type a question and myself and Megan will make sure that we get to the answers as we go throughout the webinar and also at the end as well. So just pop them in a little question field there. So a little bit of information before we actually start. And this was all taken, you can find it from the It Works Global website. So It Works started in 2001 and now is a debt-free and expanding company all over the world. We'll go through the places that we're in business shortly. Nationally acclaimed, It Works is one of the fastest growing companies in the United States. And we've got exclusive products, so you won't find products like these anywhere else. We're also the first people to basically have the naturally based body contouring line, and lots of you that are probably on this call have seen lots of pictures flying around different people's Facebook messages that you've probably seen, which is why what's brought you to this webinar as well. And also we were featured in Hollywood. So you'll be able to see that we've been featured at different exclusive celebrity events as well. So in terms of this webinar this evening, I'm going to give you a quick introduction and do a background on It Works. And then I'm going to introduce you to Megan, who is my presidential diamond in Canada. And she's going to share the It Works body applicator about the loyal customer. And then we're going to talk through how you can join the party with us. And then right at the end is time for questions and answers as well. So just to give you a bit of a background on our team here in the UK, we've called ourselves the Success Team. And this, you probably will be on this webinar from one of a few people that are either on this picture or on the picture below. So you might spot a few friends or family of somebody that's actually introduced you to the company. So just to get you a bit of a background on me, I actually came across It Works business 3 months ago now. It was in July and I was on Facebook one evening and I was chatting to a lady called Lindsay, who's my actual upline. She's in Canada, she's a personal trainer. And she actually had posted in a community group that I'm in, literally in our village. And I'd responded to a comment on there a couple of weeks before and totally forgot about it. And bizarrely, on the same day, I was actually looking at the greens because I wanted to get some more greens and realised that I couldn't actually get the It Works brand here in the UK and I could only get another company. And then to cut a long story short, she'd sent me a message following up and said, did I want to try one of these wraps? And I went from in one evening wanting to try one wrap to wanting to become a loyal customer. And then all of a sudden I noticed it was about the same price to become a distributor. And I knew that summer holidays were fast approaching and I was going to take time out from my normal job to spend time with my children. And I thought, my God, what a great thing that I can do in the evenings. And that's pretty much how I started with It Works. I run a training company with my partner Tosin, and we normally spend our lives in corporate clients doing all sorts of things from performance improvement to customer service programs and team building events, you name it. And so this was really different. If anybody had said to me I'd be selling body wraps and skincare products a year ago, I think I probably would have laughed at them. But I have to say, it's probably one of the best decisions I ever made. The people I'm meeting is absolutely amazing. Megan, who you're going to meet shortly, is just an absolute inspiration, and so are our whole team out in Canada. And we've just got a really supportive team, and it's like being like having an extra family, really, because there's people in your team already, and it's just like having an extra family, and you just have so much fun at the same time. So that's a bit about me. These are my results. So you might have actually seen these flying around Facebook. This was me 3 months ago, and this is me now. It's still the same. And I was, how can I describe this? Well, I'm a mum of two, and I had my little baby belly. I didn't eat mega rubbish, and I did go swimming and other stuff, but I couldn't get rid of my baby belly, and I'm sure a lot of people are exactly the same. And so I thought I'd try these wraps, and I thought, well, if it's good enough for a personal trainer, which Lindsay, who introduced me to it, it's good enough for me. And I researched, and I think I probably was one of the most skeptical people out, saying, well, there's got to be a con to it. What's going to happen? It clearly doesn't work, and there must be some side effects. And I think I must have asked every question under the sun after about 2 hours of speaking to Lindsay one night. And they are natural. It encouraged me to drink more water, which I knew I needed to do anyway, which Tosin, my other half, was quite pleased about. And there you go, there were my results. And I was blown away because I think if anybody wanted to prove it didn't work, it probably was me. But these pictures have probably helped me massively in this business because even people that see me that know me really well, they look at me and they go, oh my God, you didn't Photoshop your pictures. And the amount of times in coffee shops and if I'm out in the city or whatever and people see me that I'm getting my belly out now is just hilarious, because people want to know that it works, and it does work. So there you go, they're my results. And so I just want to introduce you to Megan, who is my presidential diamond upline out in Canada. And she can share with you her story about It Works, how she got involved, and then she's going to go through some more slides. So, Megan, are you there?
I'm here. Thank you. Thank you for having me on again. I always get so excited when I get invited on your guys' team calls. Every time I leave one, I'm like, oh, are they going to have me back again? So, my name is Megan Chernoff, and I am a Presidential Diamond Leader over in Alberta, Canada. I've been with It Works for about 3 years now, and I've been full-time with It Works for about 2 years. So my previous life before this, I was in marketing for a trucking company. So I worked with large semi-trucks, which is a totally different ballgame. I would have been the same, but if you would have told me 4 years ago that I would eventually retire to sell skincare, I would have thought you were just absolutely nuts. But I fell into this. I had a girlfriend who sold it, who's actually our ambassador diamond leader, Kirsten Johnson. And she tried to rap on me once and kind of planted the seed with me a little bit. And I thought, yeah, you know what? I could do this on the side. I really actually loved my job at the time. I had no intention of ever leaving it, but they worked me a lot of hours and they paid me okay, but they didn't pay me for the hours that I did. So I thought, yeah, you know what? A little extra money on the side would be a really cool thing. That would give me, I love to travel, so that would give me one extra trip a year. And I started in on that role and I kind of putzed at it on the side. And then almost a year after I started, I went to a It Works conference in Florida. And that was in the that following January after I started. And I pretty much just went because a bunch of my girlfriends were going and it was in Florida and it was really cold in Canada at the time. So I thought, oh, why not? And we went down to this conference and something just clicked with me that this was so much bigger than the little part-time job I thought it was. And within 2 months after that, I'm happy to say I retired, and this is now my full-time job, getting to hang out, meet new friends, and make the women that I meet just feel great about their bodies. My favorite type of client is I get a lot of new moms that just have that little bit they can't get rid of, and they're lacking a little bit in their self-esteem. So it's really, really cool to be able to have this tool that I can help them with and see, even over the course of an hour or a day, their self-esteem just totally shift from something we have. So that is why I do what we do now. Do you have? So I'm just going to go through our party pad here. Now, the really cool thing about this business is we really believe that everything should be duplicatable. So if you come to a party in Canada, you're going to get this exact same presentation in my living room as you are over the web, as you are if you go down to the States, if you go down to anywhere in the UK, any country we do business in, this presentation looks the exact same. So I'm going to go through this and we're going to pretend like we're sitting in my living room right now and I am giving you a party. So it's easy. This is what the wrap is. As you can see, you take it out of the package and you can put it on anywhere on your body from your jawline down that you feel like you just need a little extra love and attention. So one of the most popular, of course, is the tummy area. A lot of people start with there. My favorite is to do a full wrap that covers my thigh, my butt cheek, my love handles, all the way up the side. One on each side is a great one because that's kind of my target area. And the really cool thing about them is you're going to see results in as little as 45 minutes. You're going to start to see those results. Now, it's going to take 72 hours to get your full results from a wrap, but you're going to begin to see some progress happening at various points through that 72 hours. Now you see before we flip slides here on the very bottom center, they've got a picture of a facial wrap. We do have a separate applicator that is meant for your face. So the only place you can't chop up and put your body applicator is on your face. The reason is you don't want to lose those fat cells in your cheeks. Hollowed out and lacking in those fat cells, it is not a pretty look. So the one for the face is really great for lifting. It's really great to bring back that youthful appearance, but it's actually really great for all skin types. So I personally am not dealing with wrinkles yet, and I have quite oily skin, and this face mask is still great for myself as well. It's one of my favorite products to just sit back and scare my cats with, because it's quite a treat to see it on. So on to the next one here. And this is what it does. So this is a before and after photo of using one applicator. Now I always say that one applicator is a treat, 4 is a full treatment. Through our loyal customer program, you'll see that we sell them in boxes of 4, and I really recommend before you make any judgment, you do the full box of 4. Now we're going to see those results fairly quickly. But a box of 4 is what really gives you those dramatic before and afters. And you know, sometimes right off of your first one, you might need a second one to get those great dramatic results. So don't give up till you finish your box of 4. That's going to give you phenomenal results, even from Louise's pictures. You can see her wrap number 4 is really the one that you're like, what? So this is what it does with this picture. So it tightens, tones, and firms. It's going to reduce the appearance of cellulite. So it's really great. Even the tiniest of people seem to have those spots on the back of their legs that we'd all love to get rid of. It's great for that. It's a first-to-market product, and it's got all natural active ingredients. So there's no parabens in this. There's nothing that's going to be harmful to you. And the best part about it is it's only available through an It Works distributor. So through the person who invited you on this webinar, that's the only place you can get it. You can't go down to the corner shop and go pick this up or anything like it, like you could, you know, different makeup lines or different candle lines or anything like that. So it really makes you a popular person when you're an It Works distributor, which is kind of fun. And on to the next one. So these are some other pictures of results. Actually, Louise, are these all ones that you've taken, I believe?
Yeah, these are all, apart from the one on the top right, everyone else either, they're all our distributors, different distributors that probably are on their call going, oh my God, I can't believe you used that picture. But yeah.
We appreciate you lending us your photos, guys. So you can see quite a few of these are after. You know, you get results right off of one. But after 3 or 4 wraps is these really dramatic photos. So I really encourage you to finish off the box on that one specific area to really just blow your results out of the park, which I love. On to the next one. So it's affordable and fun. You can see in that top left photo, that is what the facials look like. This is what I mean by I hang around my house and scare my cats with it, because it's not pretty, but it's fun. It's very, very easy to put on, and the cost is really affordable. The other alternatives to doing the wraps is shapewear, which, as we all know, is not a permanent solution. It's just hiding what you've got. Once you take it off, it's all still there. Liposuction and Botox, which are painful. There's recovery time, and they're extremely expensive. So we sell a single wrap, Louise, $30 there as well?
Yeah, so it's £30, but a lot of our distributors give the first one for $25.
So yeah, if you've gotten a coupon or someone's invited you on, you may be able to get it for £25 out there, which is very, very affordable to try one and get those great results right off your first wrap. We'll just flip to the next one. Now, as I mentioned, you could get a single wrap from the person who invited you on, but I really encourage you to look at our loyal customer program. This is one of the best ones in the market. Our loyal customer program has wholesale pricing, so you're going to get the same pricing that distributors get. You're going to have access to our FitWorks community, which has recipes and meal plans and is a great community if you're looking to really get healthy. And you're going to be able to earn free product, which is a pretty cool thing. So these two products that are on here, I'll talk about them in a second, but you can see there's a difference. There's a more expensive price and a less expensive price. So the retail price, which is the more expensive price, this is your price that you're just going to purchase it once. It's going to come to you. You're going to enjoy your 1 box of wraps. That's great. The less expensive one is our loyal customer program. So the really cool thing is normally there's a $50 or £50 sign-up fee to become a part of our loyal customer fee. But It Works, the company, will actually completely waive that fee. You'll never have to pay it if you commit to trying 1 product per month for 3 months. So the first month you order and 2 additional months after that. So it's not a huge commitment. It pretty much works out if you work out the pricing that you buy 2 products, you get your 3rd one free, which is really great. So you'll see on the left here of your screen, that's the Ultimate Body Applicator. That's that 4-pack of wraps that we've been talking a lot about. And on the right, this is our defining gel. So our defining gel has the same ingredients that are in our wrap, but it's not in quite a concentrated version. So you're not going to put your defining gel on once and 45 minutes later have no cellulite. Your defining gel is more of an everyday use thing. So we call this liquid gold. It is really, really good for everything. I use this head to toe every day. You need a very little amount to be effective, but the difference in stretch marks is absolutely incredible. Cellulite it's really great for, and just that in-between toning. So I have lots of customers that will get a pack that has both of these in it, and they'll use their wraps once a week for a month, and they'll use their defining gel. So say they use the wraps on their tummy, that's their big problem area, but then they really use that defining gel on their arms and their legs, the spots that they just like to tighten up that little extra bit. So defining gel is probably one of the products that people just get hooked on, and you can't live without it because it feels amazing. It's super moisturizing, but not in a greasy way. So it's a really, really nice lotion. And I'll get you to flip to the next one. And we also have a full skincare line available to you guys. So the facial applicator that I talked about that's really great for any skin type. The cleanser is very gentle and very clean rinsing. So many times you'll find, especially if you have problem skin of any sort, that you get these harsh cleansers that just make your skin feel tight and dry, and that is so not how it's supposed to be. I was actually shocked the first time I used our cleanser because you wash it away and it just feels like your normal skin. It's very, very clean rinsing, no residue behind. We've got the stretch mark and moisturizing cream, body cream. That is great if you're pregnant, you're looking to avoid stretch marks. The hydrating toner, which is one of the products I love. You can actually, here's a little bonus tip for you guys. If you put a couple squirts of the hydrating toner on your tummy or whatever area before you wrap it, you're going to ramp up your results. It's going to help clean those pores. It's going to balance them to the right pH that you're going to get extra fabulous results from your wraps. We also have the lip and eye cream, something to smile about, we call it. It is really, really great for those fine lines on the corner of your mouth and the corner of your eyes, those crow's feet. And also the repair age and the prevent age. So that's our day and night lotion, that both are amazing for a multitude of skin problems, but especially if you're trying to get rid of any sort of early wrinkles or late wrinkles. And you'll see a really dramatic difference with all of them, which is really, really fun. And flip to the next one. So now we're going to talk about joining the party. So that was our loyal customer program and the great products that we offer. And we will go back to that in a minute. The other option you have if you're interested in trying some of our products today is you can join the party with us. So the really cool thing about this business is they don't sign you up and say, here's your kit, welcome to the club, you are on your own. They set you up with something that we call our steps to success. Now, if you follow these steps to success, I can guarantee that you are going to be successful. So I'm just going to walk through them with you so you know exactly what you need to do. Step 1 is to join the party. This is to contact whoever invited you on this call and say, sign me up. You're going to purchase your business builder kit, and you are going to sign up for an 80 BV auto ship to run a month from your start date. Now, this doesn't run today. You don't pay for it today. If you signed up today, let's see what day we are at. November 26th. It will run next month, December 20th. Well, that's a holiday, so December 26th, I guess it would be, that it would run next month again as well. That is going to qualify you for all of these great bonuses I'm about to tell you about afterwards, and that's going to ensure that you have the product to wrap everybody who wants it, because I don't know how many people sign up and within 2 days of getting their kit are out of product. You are going to need this sooner than later, which is really great. Now, the other option is, and you don't have to, but with your sign up, this is actually on a promotional price right now, so you're saving some money. So if you'd like to roll in those savings, we have these two options, two booster packs that are on the right-hand side of your screen. Now you can add these onto your startup kit if you feel like you just want to hit the ground running with this new business and be really, really successful in your first couple weeks. So the first one is the booster pack. That's the top right. It's going to come with 8 boxes of body applicators. So remember, each box has 4 in it. 3 boxes of facial applicators, the cleanser, the toner, and the defining gel. So this is everything you need to really kickstart your business and get going. And I forgot to mention, with your regular business builder kit, you also are included a box of wraps with that. So great value for your money there as well. If the big booster pack is just a little bit out of your price range, we also have the option of the mini booster pack. Now the mini booster is only available right when you sign up. If you don't click this button right as you do your enrollment, it is never available again. So I would say that most people who sign up at least do the mini booster kit. This is going to ensure that you've got enough for your first couple parties, and with Christmas coming up, there are so many people that would like that little extra bit of tightening and toning to help them get into their party dress or look great for their office parties. So the mini booster pack has 2 boxes of body wraps, 1 box of facial applicators. It's got the cleanser and the defining gel. So this is going to get you going for probably your first 2 parties, which, you know, gets you some wrap cash before Christmas and also allows you to get these wraps on your friends because they will be banging down your door if you don't have them. So we'll just flip over to the next one. So step 2 in our steps to success is wrap for free. So if you sign up and you get 4 loyal customers to sign up with that program I spoke about earlier, so they're going to get that wholesale pricing. If you can get 4 friends to do that in your first 30 days, you're going to get $120 in free product. So that's 2 more boxes of wraps. That's awesome. I actually challenge anyone who signs up that you sign up 4 loyal customers before your kit even arrives in the mail. You are going to have so many people that need to try those full boxes of wraps. And we all know a couple girlfriends, a couple coworkers, your mom, a couple people who would love to be loyal customers. So on top of the $120 in free product that you'll receive from that, there's also another bonus. For every 2 loyal customers you get as a distributor forever, you're going to get something called an applicator reward. Now, Louise, can you clarify what the cost of your applicator rewards are out there?
Yeah, it's about between £26 and £30 for a box of 4.
Okay, so for under £30, every 2 loyal customers you get, you're going to get a box of wraps. You're going to get a rebate credit for that you can purchase for that under £30 price, which is incredible. I really strive to actually never purchase my wraps at full price. So, and you can do that for as long as you're a distributor with us. There's no limit, which is really cool. And then step 3 of our guarantee is called guarantee of our steps to success. So when you join up, there's really no guesswork from this. If you're thinking in my head, I could do these steps, it works as going to guarantee that you're going to make $500 in your first month, which is really cool. So step 3 guarantee is that you're going to find 3 friends who want to do this business with you. And those 3 friends are each going to get 2 customers each. If you do that in your first 60 days, you have to complete step 3, you're going to be guaranteed a minimum income of $500. That's pretty cool. That is paid for more than your kit and any other expense, plus some spending money before Christmas if you can get this done. It's almost too easy to get that kind of money, which makes me really excited. I see every week there's people on our team that achieve these steps to success. And I actually make it a personal goal that I finish these steps to success every month, even 3 years later, and it's still fairly easy some months, which is pretty cool. So we'll flip to the next one. The good bonus, or get out of debt bonus. So It Works has a really interesting philosophy. If you've ever been with a different network marketing company, a lot of them have the mentality that they will give you trips, and you might get a vehicle, and you might get some snazzy iPads or some really cool stuff, which is awesome. But what I like even better is It Works' philosophy is to get you out of debt. And if you're not in debt, they're going to give you the cash to do whatever you want with it. You can get your own car. You can get your own whatever you'd like. So they announce different promotions at different times throughout the year, and all of their bonuses are cold hard cash bonuses. So one of personally, just in the last year and a half, I've personally received $60,000 of cash bonuses through It Works. This is very achievable. I see people doing it all the time. One of the other bonuses that isn't listed on here, but I always mention because I think it's a really cool one, is we're really about customers. We want to share these products with people. Now, they've got something called the IT bonus. It used to be the car bonus, but it has nothing to do with a car, so the IT bonus, we're going to call it. If you get 60 loyal customers, so 60, this could take you 5 years to do. So if you get one loyal customer a month, it doesn't matter. There's no limit. If you get 60 loyal customers, It Works is going to give you a $600 bonus every single month just for achieving that number. They don't all have to be active loyal customers. You just have had to sign them up. There is a minimum volume you have to maintain, but if you've got those 60 customers, it's fairly achievable. So if you think every party you go do, a good handful of people sign up as customers, it's one that's fairly easily within reach if you want to go for that one. And there's some extra cash every single month that just adds on to your paycheck. So on top of anything you're already making, which is really cool. So on to the next. So this is the fun meter. This is in US dollars. I apologize. I'm also in Canada, so these don't quite correlate with my dollars either, so I understand the difference, but I'm going to talk for a minute here in US dollars. It's going to give you an idea, and one day we will get one with conversions. So this is the fun meter, I call it. I actually challenge you right now to pick a number on the scale where you would love to be. And the cool thing is we have a map to get you to each one of these levels. So as soon as you get off this webinar, if you go to the person who signed you up and said, I want to be a diamond, we can tell you the steps you need to do to get there, which is really, really fun. So I'm just going to go through this. The first step is distributor. So you've just signed up. You maybe got a couple of customers. You're just getting started. The average monthly, every single month, the average earnings as a distributor are $71 US per month. The next level up is executive. So to be executive, you're just starting to build a team. This is the first of our promotion ranks. The average executive income is $309 US per month. So that could be a car payment. That could be a couple nights out a month with your husband, with a babysitter, with all those great things. The next one up is a Ruby. Ruby is one that I get really excited when people start to see it. It's really kind of the tipping point, I find. So Ruby is $599 US per month. That's going to help you really start to pay off some debt. That's going to pay for your childcare, or a good chunk of your childcare in a month, which is really, really an important one. The stat, and I'm going to totally misquote this, so I apologize now. But I've heard the stat floating around that I believe it's $300 to $500 is what the average family needs to avoid bankruptcy. So it's not that much. It's just that extra little bit to help you get ahead or help you do an extra fun thing every month. So the next one up, this is when husbands typically start to pay attention. If you're a female on this call and you have a husband, or if you're a man on this call and you have a wife who isn't quite sure about this, it always seems that once we add that comma in there, they start to perk up. It's really a cool thing. So at Emerald, you're making $1,121 US per month. This is going to do some really cool things for your family. This could come close to paying your mortgage. This could be your rent every month. The next one up is Diamond. This is where the leadership levels begin. At Diamond, you're making $1,910 on average US dollars per month. Mark Pentecost, the owner of our company, He always says at the level of diamond, this is your license to print money because all these new bonuses come into play. It's a really good level and a really exciting one to get to. So the next one you'll notice there is a gigantic jump here is double diamond. Oh, sorry, yeah, double diamond. It is over 6,000 US dollars per month. This is where I replaced my full-time income. So at Double Diamond, I was able to quit my full-time job and just be at home and work on this and volunteer or spend time with your children and not have to send them to daycare for someone else to raise them. The next one up is Triple Diamond. Triple Diamond is over 10,000 US dollars per month. You're getting pretty comfortable here. You can retire and you can go on a family vacation very frequently. You can do those extra things at that time. Presidential Diamond is just under 17,000 US dollars per month. This is the level that I currently sit at. I don't even know what to say for this amount of money. It is an incredible thing to be bringing in your household every month. This is the month where people start to retire their husbands, where you can both be stay at home with your kids. You can do all kinds of fabulous things. And the last level on here is Ambassador Diamond, just under 32,000 US dollars per month. This is where Kirsten Johnson, my personal sponsor, this is the level she sits at. This is a huge deal. Now there's actually one more level on here that I can't even, it's hard to even fathom, but it's an exciting thing to go for, called Black Diamond. Now this is a new rank just announced these past couple months or earlier this year. And at Black Diamond, you're making $100,000 every single month. We've got 2 people in our company who have just hit Black Diamond. So it's a new rank, and there's so much room to grow in this company. We're still so new, which is exciting. So I'll flip to the next one. So it comes down to, what is your choice? What do you choose? Do you choose to shrink your dreams to match the current income that's coming into your household? Or do you want to grow your income to match your dreams? A bit of a side tangent here. I have a dream board. I always thought it was a crazy thing that weirdo, hokey people do, and put all your dreams on it. And I have pictures of all the things that I wanted, and it is so incredible now that I've been talked into making one of my own, that as I grow in this business, my dreams just get crazier and crazier and bigger, and I'm able to continually achieve these and take things off my dream board every month. So my choice has obviously been to grow my income to match those dreams, so I can keep dreaming bigger, and things that excite me more, and things that I just never imagined I could have achieved with my regular 9-to-5 job where I was locked into a salary every year. So on to the next one. Do we have one more?
No, that's it.
So just to close up on this, and then I'll toss it back over to Louise. You have 2 choices after today. If you are interested in the product, we would love to have you as a loyal customer. You can talk to the person and try the products, test them out at that wholesale price. Just contact the person who invited you on here, or if you'd like to join this great team. One of the really cool things about the team starting in the UK is it's led by Louise, and you have such amazing support. There's so much room to grow out there, but she is so hands-on and puts on all these webinars and trainings and all these great things that you will never be alone in this business. We've also been recently talking about planning a One Team, One Mission tour all around the UK that will take place. We'll have the official dates out shortly, but at the end of March it's going to look like. So I'm going to fly over and get to meet you guys, and I hope that if you've listened in on this today, you would consider joining our team so we get the chance to hang out when I'm out there, and I know you'll just have so much fun with this business. So I'll pass this back over to Louise.
Oh, thank you, Megan. It's always, I just love it when Megan comes on. I know there's lots of my team. Megan comes on some of our weekly training calls, and the team are just so inspired by her because, she's done it. We have such an amazing support. And, like Megan said about our team being hands-on, our whole team in Canada are as well. So, it kind of gets to about 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning where I normally give up and get off Facebook. And what I love is there's always still someone on Canada online, just in case anyone's crazy enough to still be talking to customers at that time. But there's always someone around that can chat and help people at whatever time in the day, which is just amazing. So just to give you a bit of a background between, our team, it's been going kind of 3 months. So I actually run the performance improvement side of our business and have done for the last kind of 7 years. And this year was a real turning point for me because I've got a 4 year old and a 2 year old, and I was getting really fed up of traveling the country and the world and leaving my kids behind. And so this year, my son was starting school, and in January, I said, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not traveling the amount of travel that I do, going away like tomorrow. I need to do some things for clients, but I can do it at home. And, I used to literally just travel the country, going up and down to Manchester, Scotland, sometimes abroad. And, for 3 or 4 days, I'd be away from home. And it got to the point where I was just like, I just need to be at home more. So this year I said, right, that's it. I'm going to be at home more. And I did. And then I did a lot more kind of design and consultancy and webinars and things from home. And this summer I just thought, no, I'm taking the whole 6 weeks off. And I did. I did nothing with my training company for 6 weeks. And this is when I started with It Works, and it's just flying. We do all sorts of things from team building events. And those of you in our team will actually get to experience one of our events when Megan comes down, and we're going to have an absolute blast. So Megan's going to experience it as well. It's going to be absolutely awesome, and we're going to have a lot of fun. And we do all sorts of stuff. And what I love is the fact that we can actually help the team with the things that we've learned already. So we're already talking about doing some things around presenting and speaking with impact, and we do trainer courses and all sorts of things. But what we do every single week is we run a training webinar. So sometimes Megan comes on, sometimes Kirsten comes on, who's our Ambassador Diamond. We invite other people that have reached different ranks in the company. Myself and my other half run training sessions on marketing, Facebook campaigns, all sorts of different things. So you're not alone. You get so much support. Like Megan said earlier, it's just incredible. So there you go. We've been growing 3 months day by day. What I love about this business is I've been offered so many opportunities in this country. And I'm not going to name them all, but I've been offered loads of different network marketing opportunities, and I always say no. And this one is the kind of one that's a bit ironic for me because I didn't actually get invited to join the business. I invited myself because I was literally just going to buy the wraps. And for me, the opportunity that we have here is exactly the opportunity that Kirsten had in Canada 4 years ago. An open market, the highest rank I think we've got here in the UK is a double diamond. And it goes to show that there is massive, massive scope for everybody and everybody in the UK to achieve amazing results with this business. Which is what I love. You look at other network marketing companies and it's just absolutely drenched with distributors. Whereas with It Works, a lot of people have not even heard of the company yet. Which is what I love, because in 2-3 years' time, when everybody's talking about It Works, you are the people that are going to be in it going, I was in this company kind of, near the beginning. And, I think the first distributor over here was a couple of years ago, but it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And there's more and more distributors joining every single day. So we run a weekly online training session, like I said earlier, where we invite different people. There's coaching and support available every single day. We're training a load of leaders up as well to be able to support and coach and mentor other people too. So, the support is really there in our team, which I absolutely love. We help you create a Facebook page. We give you Facebook training. We give you simple formulas to model success. So we have a 7-step formula on how you can grow your business and how you can attract different customers. And we're in a team that knows how to do it. You've heard from Megan tonight. She is the most down to earth person I know, but probably one of the most professional and positive people in this company. And she's just so passionate about helping other people that we are in a team that 100% knows how to do this. We've got an Ambassador Diamond that was the first Ambassador Diamond out of America, who's in Canada. And you can do literally as much or as little as you want in this business. And that's another thing that I love is you can put your kids to bed. Like tonight, I put my kids to bed, and I'm getting ready for this webinar, and then I've got some other bits and pieces to do as well. But what I really love about it too, which I've not put on this slide, is the friends that you meet. And some of the distributors now I speak to every single day. One thing that I really love, well, I don't love one part of this bit, but one thing that I really love, I had to go to hospital the other night because I managed to shut my car door on my finger and I still can't move my hand. And I had my team members offering to manage my Facebook page, talk to customers, talk to distributors. And that's what I love about this business is that whilst it's your business and you want to grow it, the offer of support from people in your team, it is literally like a family. And that's the whole ethos that it works is fun, friendships and freedom. And it is so like that, it's untrue. And I know every one of my distributors that probably has listened to this call or that have invited you will feel exactly the same. Everybody wants to help each other. It's just absolutely amazing. So this is just a little bit of information about network marketing, and I'm going to whiz through it because I know everybody can read. But one thing a lot of people say to us is, well, what is network marketing? So I just thought it'd be really useful just to share a little bit of information, really. And many of you may have heard from a guy called Robert Kiyosaki, who is the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, and he shares. You can Google him, and he's got some great information around network marketing. But it really is the kind of model of the 21st century in terms of the business model. And it's basically multi-level marketing. So essentially, we are the form of advertising is word of mouth. So rather than paying traditional methods like TV advertising, radio, newspaper, etc., basically companies are using their people, which is why you see It Works using cash bonuses and things like that to reward the people. So we get paid through what we ultimately sell in terms of our products and the referrals, but we get paid time and time again, which is where the residual income comes in, which is what I love. Because once you've built it, like now, this month, you see all of your volume going through your business, but you've already got it from the last month and the month before, etc. And it just keeps growing bigger and bigger and bigger each month. So it's not like cutting people's hair where you're literally going to get paid for cutting their hair once and then you've got to do it again to get paid again. Yeah, you can sell wraps and you can just have the wrap cash in this business or from the definer gel or the skincare, but you can get paid commission on your distributors and loyal customers time and time again whilst they're in the business, which is what I really love. And the figures that Megan showed you earlier on are commissions from the company. They do not include the wrap cash that you get. So if you're doing parties or you're wrapping people, that doesn't include the money that you're making in cash on top of that. And so many people have said to me, oh, it sounds too good to be true. And then they start speaking to some of my distributors and it's like, oh my gosh, this is real. This is real stuff. I had one distributor that just kept reinvesting her profit and buying more apps and selling them. And she made £500 in her first couple of weeks. So we know it's totally achievable. And, Megan shared earlier on about how most people run out in their first week. Well, in the last week, every single distributor that has signed up, pretty much, I'd say about 90% of the people sold their wraps in their first day. And I know there's people listening on this call tonight that actually sold them in about an hour. So it just goes to show that once you start sharing with people, you can really, get the product out. And then, as you start building the team is where you start really getting your residual income. So things you might consider. So if you're sat there thinking, oh, I'm not sure about this, it either sounds too good to be true or not sure about network marketing, these are some things that might help you decide either way whether it's for you or not. Whether you no longer want to trade your time for money. If you want freedom and flexibility like I did, I really, really wanted to be able to work the hours I want to work, put my kids to bed, spend some time with them during the day, and basically change my life from having to travel the country and leave my house at 4 a.m. and come back at 10 at night. It's a business in a box, and that's what I love about It Works is they make it so simple for us all. Training and support. So you get that from It Works. We get an e-suite where there's a training academy on there that you can listen to lots of different videos. There's loads of information. And what you get as a double whammy in our team is the training that we give as well, which again, I would say is great, but the team can tell you what they think of it. And you get paid what you're worth. There's so many people that I know that stay at home because they have to, because they can't afford the childcare and they can't go out and have a job that they want. But with this, you get paid what you're worth. And there's so many people that are worth more than what they're actually being paid, but they just can't do anything else because their actual lifestyle and having the children doesn't allow them to earn the income that they want to do. And that's what I love about It Works. Kirsten had the same thing where she wanted to stay at home with her children. She was actually a teacher and she's now an ambassador diamond in Canada. So it goes to show that, you can have any job and you can be whoever you are and you can climb the ranks within this company. You choose who you work with. You can go in business with your friends. with your family, whoever it is that you want to go into business with. And you don't need to be a huge successful network to actually be successful in this business. There's a lot of people in my team that didn't really know many people, and they're still building their team and doing a really good job. And you can turn an expense into an income. You can take charge of your financial future. And the last one is that network marketing industry is literally going to explode, and a lot of you will see lots of different network marketing opportunities. And it's about finding the one that's for you and making sure it's aligned with your own values, that you love the product, that something excites you, because we're all excited, and you can probably hear it from me and Megan and all the team that share this with you. It's really exciting, and it is such a great business to be in. So there you go. Here's what I tell everybody. There's so many people that say to me, well, I'm over here and this is what we are and this is what we want to be. So many people say, I want to be somebody that has a purpose. I want to be somebody that makes a difference. I want to be somebody that can earn the money that I'm worth. I want to be whatever else it might be. But at some point, you have to take the leap of faith and you've got to make the jump. So if you want to go from here to here, you've got to do one thing. You're either going to stay here and you're going to stay in your comfort zone and do all the things that you're always going to do, or you're going to take the leap of faith and you're going to go to where you want to be. And I always say to everybody, if it's important to you, you'll find a way. And if not, you'll find an excuse, and that's absolutely fine. It might be that now's not the right time. It might be that now is the right time, and it's absolutely important to you to take control of your life and to make a difference, to have a purpose, and to really have something that you can get your teeth into, and make a difference, not just for your life, but in other people's lives as well. The amount of days I sit, and I know Megan will laugh because she's not a blubberer like me, but the amount of times that I'll sit and get a really amazing testimonial from someone, or my team will write something to me, and I just sit there with like tears welling down my eyes. And it's just really powerful because, you know, you really are making a difference to people's lives that feel so much better because their self-confidence is higher, but also you're changing people's lives through helping them earn extra income as well, which is what I really love. So there you go. Go back to the person, like Megan said, who introduced you to the business. This is my other half, Tosin, as well. This is my name and number, and also my personal website, ultimatebodywrap.co.uk. If you do not have the details of the person who invited you to the call, hop over onto the website. We've got a live chat. So you can go onto there and chat to any of us, or you can text me or call me, and we'll make sure that we put you back in touch with the distributor that sent you onto this call. So that's pretty much all from us, unless Megan's got anything else that she wants to share.
That's it. Thanks so much for having me on.
Pleasure. Thank you for coming. And if anyone's got any questions, please just contact us. Hope you enjoyed it, and no doubt we'll speak to you soon. I'll just go back to that slide so you've got the information. My number's 07714291926, or you can go over onto the website www.ultimatebodywrap.co.uk. Any questions, just give us a shout. And we hope to be welcoming you to our team very, very soon. Take care and good night.
Sounds good. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.